All right. Hey, we've got almost a full house. My name is Chuck Hansen. I'm one of the founders of iHUB Global. Tonight you're going to hear from a very special and very talented, almost the wizard, right? I call him the wizard. He's the guy that has created Helium Track. But before we do that, let me just tell you a little story. You know, it was just over a year ago when my good friend Michael Stern introduced me to helium and the hotspot and everything else. At that time, they had less than 7,000 of these hotspots just in North America, basically. And it was really something that I didn't want to pay any attention to, but as I continued to investigate it, it became more intriguing. In fact, it started waking me up in the middle of the night, so I would go to my computer and start looking at it. And after a few days, it was obvious that we had to share this product, this opportunity with the rest of the world. And so the end of March, we launched iHUB Global. It has now become a real full-fledged company, right? I mean, we've got a CEO, we've got a chief operating officer that's going to be joining us here very shortly. We've got a CFO, a new comptroller, we've got a compliance officer, we've got customer service people and adding things. And now, more importantly than ever, we've got a system, right? And, it's great to have people, but unless you have a system that'll drive everything, then, you can have all the people in the world, but it really takes a system and a process of taking people through and letting them get all the information and all the correct information so that it duplicates and duplicates and duplicates without your efforts, right? That's the best part. So I want to introduce you, and I've got some, real important announcements. So you're going to want to hang on until the very end, and then I'm going to share some very important announcements with everybody. So with that, let me turn you over to the wizard in Las Vegas at our office out there, Mr. Eric Z. So Eric, take it away, buddy.
Sounds good. Thank you for the introduction, Chuck, and welcome everybody. And like Chuck said, for those of you guys who are new here, or for those of you who have been with us for a bit of time and have reserved your hotspots and all of that, we're on the front of the train here, guys. This is an opportunity that has years and years to come. And Helium is a company that is constantly innovating. They're creating a lot of partnerships. There's going to be a lot of new opportunities that arise, through iHUB. So if you guys have been with us for some time and you've been waiting for your hotspot, or you just are learning, this is something that isn't going to be here today and not here tomorrow. This is a game changer because what Helium does, and before we jump in today and what we're going to be training on, Helium is changing a real world industry, the IoT industry, right? And that is basically they have built a network which serves a $750 billion marketplace. And what is that marketplace? That marketplace is used by healthcare, by transportation, by government, energy, telecom, agriculture, logistics. Every major sector relies on IoT data. And IoT data is a network that's used for devices to cost effectively to connect to the internet, right? We connect to the internet through Wi-Fi. We use our phones, we stream on Netflix, and that uses a very heavy bandwidth connection. IoT is built as a network for devices. So just to give you guys a little bit of understanding there, that Helium really is what I see. And I've been in crypto mining and opportunity as far as I can remember. Back in 2011, I was mining Bitcoin. And Helium, to me personally, has been the most significant, amazing opportunity that I personally have ever seen. So for those of you guys who are new here, just keep learning, stick with us, see what we have to offer, because it doesn't end. So we're going to jump in a little bit. And like Chuck said, we have went ahead and for this opportunity that iHUB has brought forth, we have built a proprietary software exclusively for iHUB members. And that software platform is called Helium Track. And since the day we've launched it on July 16th, so not even 2 months ago, which is pretty crazy to think about, we have not stopped. We have not stopped delivering value, tools, ways for you to grow your network, increase your earning potential, bring new people in, understand about Helium, understand about iHUB and what exactly we're trying to do. And that is to grow the people's network. So on our last webinar, just 1 week ago, we've launched our new support center. And I told you guys, I said it, I said, what is this going to allow us to do? Launching our support center has given us a springboard to slow down on the issues and the learning curve, right? This is all new. I'm sorry, Rick, our CEO, says it all the time, and I love it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it now. Helium has never been done before. What iHUB has done with Helium and the opportunity it has presented to you guys has never been done before. And with the explosive growth that we've experienced over the last couple months, it's been very overwhelming, right? Like Chuck said, we've been hiring, we've been growing, we've been just constantly improving. And our goal is to keep this process simple, replicable for you guys so that the next person who comes in understands just that much more than you did, right? When you came on board, by the time the person you refer into iHUB, they're going to have a better experience than you did. Why? Because we're constantly improving. So last week, we launched our support center, and I said, this is going to allow us, what is this going to do? It's going to allow us to focus now and change gears from training, support, and help start building better tools for you guys to grow your network. And that's some of the stuff that we're going to talk about here today. Some of these new tools that are already live, and we're going to share them with you guys. So they're usable for you guys, which is very exciting. And we've done a good job at testing it. And there's quite a bit of stuff to go over. So, by us taking a step back a little bit, focusing on our support center, and we'll go over some of those things again today for those of you guys who are new here or who missed it. I might talk about this for the next 10 webinars about our support center, because we're adding new stuff to it all the time. There's new trainings, there's past recordings of our webinars. We post all of our news and announcements on there, which you'll see some today, which is literally going to be about what we're talking about today. So using our support center is what allows us to educate the community, allows us to deliver the most cutting edge training, the most recent information. It's our way as a company and an organization to communicate with our hundreds of thousands of affiliates. And so now that we've launched that, even in 1 week, we've seen our tickets go down, meaning that people who need help or have questions or something might not have worked correctly, or maybe they just didn't have the proper channel, we're already seeing those numbers come down. And by doing that, by taking that step back and focusing on support, right? Focusing on training and frequently asked questions and delivering better and more understandable information, we calm things down operationally. We're now able to focus back on you guys, right? Instead of us, constantly drowning under hundreds of thousands of questions and all of this. So we're going to jump into it, guys. I'm going to share my screen. We're going to go over quite a bit today. We'll try to keep it as simple as possible. Chuck, Michael, John, if you guys have any questions or I might have not been clear, stop me right there. I'll clarify and make sure that everybody fully understands. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We're going to talk about some of the stuff that is available to you guys as of this very, very moment. So give me a thumbs up. You guys can see my screen. I'm logged into Helium Track.
Yep.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, so we're going to first talk about, again, if you guys didn't see the webinar about our support center, that's accessible by going here. And you'll notice as I put my mouse over, this looks a little bit different than it did last time, right? So before it was just a link. So what we've done is we've upgraded this menu to allow you to see what's in our support center. So you can jump right to our training videos. You can go right to our frequently asked questions or learn about our live webinars or see our latest announcements. We also show the most recent updates, including one that I posted right before the webinar. And like I said, these are the tools that allow us to communicate to you guys. And so this is some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to click on that post so you guys can visually see this and feel it and understand that this is where you get the latest information. Okay. So we're going to be talking about quite a few things here. including, and let's just go over it, a new landing page. So we see here in the title, grow your network, new landing page, sign up page, and more. And there's kind of just a little bit of information. You can read more about it. We're going to dive into it today. And so we're going to talk about a couple new things. So first of all, we have went ahead and developed and tested an entire new landing page. We touched upon it and showed a preview of it last weekend. This landing page now is usable by everyone. So I'm going to show you how to use it. We're going to go through it step by step. We're going to see it work. We're going to talk about why it's special and why the people that you're going to invite to this landing page are going to have a beautiful, smooth experience. Okay. And so let's just jump into it. You guys can read more about it here, but you guys are with me. So let's use that time. So in order to get to this landing page, this link has updated. Okay. So you're going to see a new link in here that is your affiliate link. Okay. Now, the first question I want to answer very, very clearly is that we do our best to deliver the latest, most high converting tools to our members. Okay. So if you have been using the standard sign up process, okay, with iHUB, there's an affiliate link that you might have been using or an older landing page. Those are going to automatically redirect to this link. Okay. So that means that all of your existing affiliate links that are out there are already, as of this moment, going to here. And let's take a look. So there's nothing you need to do. We went and updated. It's almost like we went all over the place, in every place that you posted that link, and made sure that it's going to the right place. And those are some of the things that we like to make sure to cover everything. So I'm going to go ahead and, I didn't copy the link. Sorry, guys. I'm going to copy that link and I'm going to open a new browser tab as if I am not a user. And let's go through this landing page a little bit. Let's kind of just see why it's a high converting landing page and why it's simple, right? We all know that in today's day and age, people don't really like to read. When they see a lot of information, it just can be overwhelming. They want to get to the point quickly. And this landing page does that, right? Start earning passive cryptocurrency with Helium Hotspot mining. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds interesting. We right away tell them that they can reserve a free iHUB hotspot, right? And they might not know yet what exactly does that mean, okay? And they can leverage iHUB Global's dynamic hosting affiliate program to refer others and earn more. And so the first thing is, obviously, if you send someone to this landing page, you probably have already introduced them to the iHUB opportunity, right? You probably have maybe mentioned to them Helium, or this is something that I'm doing and it's a great opportunity. And so most of the time people want to know, okay, what's involved? What do I got to do? How difficult is this? Well, I'm going to have to jump through all these hoops. No, it's really very, very simple. You're going to sign up to iHUB Global. You're going to follow the steps, right? So we have step-by-step video training to help you get started. And that's part of the support center that we launched last week. You're going to reserve your hotspot deployment, right? Your free Helium hotspot deployment with iHUB. And then you're going to grow your network. You're going to invite others to iHUB to grow your network and increase your reward potential. Okay. And they have the opportunity to join here. They have the opportunity to join here. And before I move any further, we've also optimized this page to look and work very, very well on mobile devices. So this is as an example of what it will look like on a phone. You'll see it's very clean and easy to follow, nice big text, and really not overwhelming. And that's really the goal of a landing page. The goal of a landing page is to simply educate someone and get them to the next step. Okay. We have our video here, and you guys, again, if you log into Helium Track, you can copy your link. This is affiliate coded to you, meaning that when you copy your link, this already knows that anyone you share it with, they will be signed up under you. You will be getting credit when they register for iHUB. That means that you will be their sponsor, right? So you guys can take a look and watch this video. It's a great video to explain the iHUB opportunity. It explains Helium. It explains hotspots. It explains IoT and what does that mean and how the devices connect. So, but it's all done in a very simple way in 2 minutes. Okay. The next question that many people ask, and we want to cover that here because it's not an easy question for people to answer, and that is it safe? Well, 100% it is absolutely safe in every which way, from a health perspective, from a security perspective, from a legal perspective, and the fact that it's approved by government entities. And we try to simply explain that in plain English, right? We're not using crazy technology terms. We got to put this into simple words that people can understand, right? Your data and home network are 100% safe from hackers or exposure. Hotspot hardware is approved by government organizations like the FCC. There are no potential health hazards when it comes to helium hotspots. And so these are the very simple ways that you can relay that. And again, you'll notice throughout the page, we have these call to action. So as they're kind of scrolling through, we give them multiple opportunities to go ahead and start to get signed up. And then of course, we have another video here, which this is produced by Helium. It's a great video. And it's kind of a real world situation, more of a kind of a commercial, you could say, but really great and very light, very quirky. And so, humor goes a long way, believe it or not, when it comes to marketing. So this is the landing page that everybody has access to now. And so what I'm most excited about is not just this landing page. This is going to be one of tens or there's really no limit on how many of these we can develop. And the reason we're going to go through this now of really the major stuff that we've been working on. And this is going to resolve a lot of the issues. So I want to make this webinar and this training relevant to new users, but there's a lot of important stuff that I want to share and address with our existing users, because as I mentioned, when we got started and we launched Helium Track, we have 3 different systems. Okay. We have Helium Track, we have the iHUB back office, right? And that was the initial back office that all of the iHUB members used. And we have the commission back office, and it's 3 different systems that really are very different, and they all need to share data. They all need to have the recent data. And if you update something in one system, getting that data into the other system and keeping everything in sync, especially when it comes to hundreds of thousands of affiliates and all of these actions, it was very difficult task. So what I'm most excited about is that, number one, if anyone of our existing users had any issues with mismatched information, okay, maybe you logged in and you saw something that wasn't correct, okay, it should absolutely 100% be resolved as of this moment. We have went through and we have synced up all of the data, okay? So if you were one of those people who are experiencing that issue, please log in, take a look, and check to see, you can do that after the webinar, and check to see that, make sure everything looks correct, because we took a lot of time to make sure we do that. And the way that we're going to continue doing that is through this sign-up process. So when someone goes ahead, we're going to run through this. So assuming that I just got sent that affiliate link, I saw the landing page, I want to join iHUB Global. We're going to see here a very simple registration page, very clear. You'll see your sponsor information. It'll tell you you're creating your free iHUB and Helium Track account. So it's a one sign-up process, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to run through this registration process, and I want to kind of you guys to feel it with me, okay? So let's do something here. I'm going to create a test account. And while I do this, I do want to mention, we've updated, let me touch upon this before we proceed. We've updated our terms of service, and we made sure to add it all throughout the bottom here. If you ever want to see our terms of service or want to know what's allowed and what's not allowed, we've seen a lot of self-referrals, and I just want to state clearly that type of behavior is against iHUB's terms of service. iHUB is meant as a system to refer other people, to grow your network, to invite your friends, your family, your coworkers. You can go and cold sell this. There's no limit on how many people you can bring in. We're giving you guys all the tools. We also have the tools to see if anyone is abusing the system. So guys, I highly encourage you, please use the system as it was intended to be. If you're curious about what's allowed and what's not allowed, please visit our terms of service. We've updated it just today. And so I want to just kind of state that and make sure everyone knows where they can find our affiliate agreement and what's allowed and what's not allowed. All right, guys, let's move on. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in some test information here. Again, this is just for demonstration purposes. Okay. And this is as if I'm registering a new iHUB account under an affiliate using our new landing page. All right. I'm just going to run through it with you guys. Let's do that. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and create my password. And so the first thing you're going to notice, guys, is that when you sign up, okay, well, not you, but someone that you refer, right? You got to imagine what I'm showing you right now is what the people are going to be doing that you are referring, right? That you are sending to your new affiliate link, okay? And so right away, when they log into Helium Track, I'm sorry, when they sign up their account, oh, did I click that? That's not good. Let's go ahead and make sure I have the right account information here. Maybe I had a duplicate. Sorry about that, guys. Chuck or Michael, do you guys have any questions so far?
No, all perfectly clear, buddy. It's just an amazing system, and I love the fact that we're getting everything all under one roof, right? And
Right.
And that's really the key to everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, I must have entered something wrong. As you can see, I just logged in with that new account,
Right.
and so normally, because I've already disabled this pop-up, they're going to be greeted with a welcome window here. And so I could actually just show you guys what that looks like. Again, I have that disabled on my browser because I just use the system so much. I do want to share what that normally would look like real quick. And so they're going to be greeted. Just a second. I know we're getting technical. We have tested this process quite a bit. Okay, so they're going to be greeted with this welcome video, and this welcome video is going to really quickly explain to them, it's going to congratulate them for joining iHUB and that they successfully logged into Helium Track, and it's going to tell them what are the next steps to get started. And so we're going to see here that they're right away. They don't have to figure out what to do, right? So as soon as they come in here, they can see the get started video training, and that's going to bring you right over to our support center. I can just show you guys what that looks like, and it's going to bring them right over to reserving their hotspot. Okay, and so really, every person that comes in is going to be a very, very seamless process from the time that they get their affiliate link to seeing the landing page, signing up with iHUB. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but when I did sign up, it automatically logged me into Helium Track. I didn't even have to go to Helium Track and log in. It just pushed me right into the system, because now that Helium Track is handling the registration process, we have a lot more control on what we can do. And so that kind of brings me back to my point that the difficult part here, guys, was to centralize all of the information. And that's what we've done over the last couple of weeks is we made sure that all the data we have is correct. Anyone who's been having issues, that we've resolved that. And that allowed us to build out this new registration process and kind of keep it flowing here. So with that said, the new user would go through the training and they literally would follow these steps. And this is all updated training, which we've released last week. If you hadn't had a chance to go through this training, if you're new to iHUB and you still have some questions, this is a training you want to go to. And I'll tell you how to get there. You can actually just mouse over the support center. You can go to training videos. And you're going to go to getting started with iHUB. Okay. Now let's take a step back. We're gonna log back in. We're gonna take a look at a couple things here. But one other major issue that we know people have been experiencing, and again, I'm sharing things that may be relevant to you, may not be relevant to you. I just want to encompass all of this into one training. And so now, as far as I'm going to log out, okay. We are also handling now the forgot password, meaning that Helium Track is now responsible for managing your data across all of the systems, which means that if you have forgotten your password, you can't get into iHUB, okay, you can't get into your iHUB back office, or you can't get into Helium Track, we have our forgot password feature. I know that a lot of people had issues with the prior reset password feature, so I do want to share that with you guys, just so you guys can see that working. So I'm just going to show you, if anyone has had issues resetting their password or anything of that sort, you'll see I received that email immediately, 6:25. I just submitted it. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go here, you're going to click on reset your password, and that's going to bring you to a new page, okay, where it validates your email and allows you to create your new password. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to log back in. I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that this functionality works. We never had this before. It used to point to the iHUB back office. So really what a lot of what we're discussing right now is just a lot of syncing of data and making sure that everything is working well. And with that said, kind of going back with the support side of things is now that we've cleaned a lot of this stuff up, we're just going to be focusing on marketing. We're going to be focusing on giving you guys visibility to your network, meaning that understanding, what is it that the people that you're bringing in are doing? Meaning, are they going and planning hotspots? Are they sending out mining assessments? Are they signing up other people? We want to focus on those really powerful tools that are going to allow you to grow. In order to do that, we got to make sure our systems are impeccable. We got to make sure that everything is completely seamless. And so one of the other things as well is that to manage your account, okay, we used to have some account information in the iHUB back office. We had some account information in Helium Track. We had some account information in the commission back office. And so actually what I'd like to do, let me log out of this account. I'm so sorry. Let me log into the account I just created. Okay, that new sign up, right? It was this. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I want to show you guys something really cool here. So you'll notice that all I did was register my account through the landing page, right? I didn't go to the iHUB back office. I didn't create my iHUB account. I didn't do any of that. Now, you are able to now go to the iHUB back office by going here. I'm going to open up the commission back office. And guess what? I'm going to be able to log in. Well, let me make sure I'm logged out here. I'm going to be able to log in with that same account information that I just signed up with. So what this means is that every person that you sign up, when they create their account through Helium Track, they can log into the iHUB back office now with that same account information. Okay, here I am. That was a username I chose, right? They have access to the iHUB back office. And not only that, they have access now to the commission back office with that same account information. So that one registration process created 3 different accounts for the person to access the areas that they need to access. And we never had that before. Those things were created separately and managed separately. So we'll see here, I'll be able to log in to the commission back office. I didn't go and set up my account or do any of that. So again, this is all, we're doing our best to make sure that this process is completely seamless. Okay, guys. What else do we have for you today? Let's see. That's kind of a good overview. So, I mean, we can definitely take a little bit of some questions, some answers. Michael, Chuck, tell me what's on your guys' mind. Let me know what you're thinking. If there's questions about the landing page or anything of that sort. Our goal is to continue developing landing pages. We want to develop landing pages and funnels that are much more powerful. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. Number one is, this is a general landing page. This is something that introduces people to Helium. Okay, so this is something you might send to your friend and you could say, hey, I know about this awesome opportunity. This is a general idea, but check this out and you should definitely get started. And there's a lot that you can do there. And so, but a lot of people might, that landing page might not appeal to them. They might be, an industry professional. They might be a doctor or a lawyer, and they might not see it in the same way. But if we can create a congruent message, right? Something that appeals to different types of industries or different types of people, right? And give you a selection, okay? Or maybe even recommend or give you a tool to recommend, okay, these are the best marketing tools for middle-aged people. These are the best marketing tools for the younger crowd. This is what appeals to them. They love crypto. They love trading crypto or whatever it may be. We really want to deliver stronger marketing tools. And along with that, there's a lot of other things we can do. For example, we can do landing pages where we might offer some free value, like an ebook download, or we can create a follow-up sequence. And what that means is that if someone's not ready to sign up or they haven't followed through, we can set up an automated marketing sequence that will keeps reminding them in a nice, elegant way to kind of keep them apprised on, hey, did you know that iHUB, Global just received their first batch of, their new batch of, certain hotspots or whatever it may be, and these are the types of things that might intrigue people. So there's really no limit of what we can do as far as delivering marketing tools for you guys. And so with that said, one of the other things that I think is really important is one of the things that we're going to be working on is this My Team. Now that's going to be renamed probably to My Network. And so this is something, like I said, that's going to give you guys strong visibility. And this is one of our next projects coming up. And so you can kind of see how quickly we've moved along here. We launched our support center last week. We launched our new landing page, our new registration process, our new affiliate links. We redirected all the old affiliate links, our new My Account section. We threw in this, relevant menu here to help keep you guys informed, where you can go through our updates and access the other sections just in an easier way. And so that was all in a week's time. Okay. So you can see how fast now we're able, and it's just going to get faster and faster. Okay. The tools that we can deliver when we have more control over the data and the flow of data, and we know all that information is accurate. One big thing that I do also want to talk about quickly is all of the people who have reserved their hotspots via the iHUB back office, right? So how do you reserve your hotspot? The main way and the most accurate way is to reserve your hotspot through Helium Track. So this is actually the only way you can do it anymore. And the reason why we have people use this reservation is because we validate the address, right? We run that process through our intelligence, and we make sure that if you are trying to reserve a free hotspot deployment from iHUB, that area, that location, the address that you are trying to reserve that hotspot for, to install it at, okay, and this is to ship to, but the installation address, we check nearby to see if there are too many other hotspots around, right? What happens in that situation? Number one is if you were to receive a hotspot, we allowed that to happen, you would have very low earnings, okay? And iHUB would have very low earnings. And then we're both not happy, right? So the goal here is to find good placements. That is the goal of using Helium Track. It is to plan your hotspots. It is to send out mining assessments to educate people on what their location can potentially earn, and also the fact that they have an eligible placement, okay? And so where I was getting with this is that if you have been, and a lot of people reach out to me regarding this, and this is literally our next project come Monday morning, this is our main focus. We are going to be importing, if you're one of those people who have reserved only in the iHUB back office, okay, we got to take all of those reserved hotspots, we got to pull them into Helium Track. We got to validate all those addresses. And so there's going to be a lot of more cleaning up that is going to need to be done. But all those people who have, used the affiliate program and have signed people up through the iHUB back office or the other affiliate links, and those people reserve their hotspots through the iHUB back office, we did not forget about you guys. We do not allow people's efforts to go to waste. And so we are going to take all of those addresses. We actually don't know even how many there are, but we got to make sure that they're valid addresses, right? So we're going to run them through our intelligence. We're going to clean them up, make sure they're readable, make sure they're valid, and then we're going to import them into Helium Track. Now, if you are one of those people who have reserved your hotspots in Helium Track and the iHUB back office, that's fine. We will cross-reference them, and we'll make sure that if you have reserved in both places, we're just going to maintain the same address, right? And that one's not going to be needed. If you are someone who has reserved 100 hotspots, which is, again, I'm going to reiterate to you guys, you can only reserve one hotspot deployment per affiliate account, period. Okay, it's not the model that we have put forth. So if you have reserved 100 hotspots in your iHUB back office, maybe you did it innocently, maybe you didn't know, That's not a problem. But going forward, just please know that. So we will go ahead and we will attempt to use the first address that you reserved as your reserved hotspot and make sure that that gets into our deployment board and it gets it goes to our validation, our intelligence. And so all the rest of them, the other 99, if you're one of those people, will get added in the planned hotspots. So you'll see them show up under your planned hotspots over here. Okay. And so then you're able to send out mining assessments. I'm in a brand new account, so I don't have any planned hotspots. But if you guys do want to see that, we'll jump over here and we'll see those planned hotspots. Okay. So this will give you the opportunity to use the iHUB affiliate program how it was intended to be used. It would allow, and even more so, now you have the tools like sending out mining assessments at your disposal to do that. And so just wanted to kind of reiterate that one of our next projects, okay, starting Monday, we're going to be importing all of those reserved hotspots. We're going to be notifying people. We're going to stay in touch with you. We're going to let you know, hey, we've successfully imported your hotspot. You had 72 attempted reserved hotspots. We've imported the first one. This is the address, and this is your current reserved hotspot in Helium Track. If you want to change it, you can always go and change it, right, guys? You can always go ahead, and I don't know if my video is blocking this right now, but you can click on change or remove, and you can always change your hotspot reservation here. So we're just going to attempt to use a first address, and if that one doesn't pass intelligence, we'll go through the list until we find one. And again, anything else that any of them that don't get set as your reserved hotspot will show up as your planned hotspots. I want to turn over some questions. Michael, has there been any common questions that would be good for me to address while we're here?
Well, one question that did come in, it's a little bit off topic, but you kind of
that's
touched
fine.
on it with when you talked about the funnels.
Yes.
They were saying that they just upgraded to the $99 funnel package, and they were wondering how whether that's integrating with Helium Track.
No, it's not actually integrating with Helium Track. I'm going to have to speak with John and just see what we're doing with that. I don't know if they're as relevant anymore, but let me find out. I don't have an answer for you guys.
Okay.
You know, one of the things, Eric, that I think we need to cover is the cost of Helium Track, right? And
Sure.
that and the virtual mining assessments and that rotation, right? It's 25 and how that
absolutely. Let's definitely get clear on the benefits of Helium Track Pro. And so for those of you guys who don't know, we have the free version of Helium Track and we have a pro version. You'll notice over here, the pro version, you'll see a little badge if you're a pro member. And so we can actually, what I'll do is let me log into, let me go ahead and get into a non-pro account and we can kind of do some comparisons and I'll go over a couple things there because that is one of our main focuses and that is providing value in the Helium Track Pro. We want to give, people a chance to get started with our free version, but as far as a lot of our software efforts and marketing efforts, it's all going to be a lot of our equity is going to be put into Helium Track Pro. So what I'm going to do here, guys, and I can actually see here, that's why my initial registration didn't work because I already tried that email that so many test accounts I had set up here. But let's go ahead and get logged in here. All right, guys, so let's take a look a little bit at some of the features that we offer in Helium Track Pro. So if anyone wants to get Helium Track Pro, it is $39 a month or $299 a year. Okay, you can get a year subscription. I believe it's a really big discount if you guys get the year. And it's really easy to upgrade, but let's talk about what you're going to get with that upgrade. Okay, so number one is you get unlimited virtual mining assessments. So let's talk a little bit about these features and why they're important. So virtual mining assessments are really our most powerful tool to invite people to iHUB Global. They basically, and I can do a demo if we have enough time. I don't think we will on this webinar. If you guys want to see the virtual mining assessments, go take a look in the support center. We have some training on virtual mining assessments. virtual mining assessment report really is your way to generate a custom report for someone that you know. Okay, you put in their information, you can send them this report, and it creates you can send it to them via SMS or via text message, and it's a custom report built just for them. And that report is going to tell them what is the earning potential of nearby hotspots. So when you put in that person's address, Helium Track will go and say, okay, I know where that is. And it's going to go and find all of the, it's going to find all the hotspots around that address. And it's going to average out what are they earning, right? So it actually takes real historical earnings over the last 30 days, I believe it is. And it's going to show it, okay, in a nice, simple way to that person. And so right off the bat, they're going to say, oh, wow, the earning potential, if I were to reserve a hotspot and if and when I receive it, I will, this is generally what I can earn because this is what nearby hotspots are earning. That's really, really powerful, right? But not only that, it doesn't just show them the earning potential, okay? Let me see if I can pull up a virtual mining assessment. I want to make this more relevant to you guys. Sorry, I got a lot of accounts open here. Got to stay on track. Let's go ahead and see if I can pull one up here. That might be good. We're going to preview here. All right, that's not a good one. So these are a lot of these are just test ones, as you can see. Let's go ahead. Let's find one that is decent. Okay, so here's an example. All right, so in this case, we have here average nearby hotspots, okay, are earning between 2.85 and 9.4 HNT. I don't know where this is, somewhere in Las Vegas. Looks like it's near the airport, which there's not a lot of hotspots there. So I'm not sure what type of earnings it's grabbing, but it's going to show them that if they were to plug in a hotspot, they would be earning between $60 and $192. That's what the earning potential would be. Okay. It also takes the current price of HNT, but not only that, it allows them to get started. Okay. So the value here isn't just that the earning potential, it's the fact that their address has been pre-validated by our system and is already eligible to reserve a hotspot. That's really the biggest value, because when you're going and you're planning hotspots for people, you'll notice some of them will pass the intelligence, some of them won't. If someone has the opportunity to get started with iHUB and they're already getting started knowing the fact that their real estate, that their location, they're going to be able to reserve a hotspot, that's really powerful too. So it allows them to claim the hotspot, which is going to go into a sign-up process, which is also using our new sign-up process. We had to revamp this as well. And then it's going to allow them to request their free hotspot, to reserve it, and then it's going to push them right into Helium Track. So I know I just went off on a tangent here. I just wanted people to understand how powerful this tool was. With a Helium Track free account, you can send up to 10 mining assessments. We want you to get a feel for it. We want you to see that it works really well. We want you to see that people respond to the emails that we send, the text messages that we send, and the reports that they get. So we have a very, very high conversion rate. People who receive the reports, I believe we're at a 60% of the people who see a report sign up to iHUB, reserve their hotspot, and get into Helium Track. So you can just imagine the potential there. So with Helium Track Pro, you have the ability to send out essentially unlimited mining assessments, but you can only have 25 pending at any given time, meaning that I'm going to go back here somewhere. Sorry, guys, bouncing around. All right, well, we'll get back there. So you have the ability to send out 25 mining assessments at any given time. The moment, if let's say you sent out 25 mining assessments, the moment that one of them gets completed, then you can go ahead and send one more. So you have a rolling 25 mining assessments that can ever be out. Now, the point is until they expire or something along those lines. So the goal here is not to let these sit. The reason why we did it this way is so that when you send out these mining assessments, you want to go and follow up with these people. If they're not executing for whatever reason, you go ahead and reach out to them. And that's what's going to open up your ability to send out more mining assessments. Let's go back and take a look at some of the other features that we offer in Pro. All right. So we have unlimited hotspot intelligence credits. So if you are new to Helium and you want to start understanding some of the features that we offer, okay, or I'm sorry, if you want to start understanding the earning potential, what designates a good placement, what what does it all mean, right? And so when you're looking at all these dots, it can really become very, very overwhelming. So we have an intelligence tool, which is really going to show you some really key factors here. So you'll see here as a free account, I have 5 credits. So kind of gives me the ability to start understanding. And really what we do here is imagine, if I had to make this simple, imagine you sat here for about 8 hours and you clicked on every single one of these dots and you wrote down their earnings and you wrote down the reward scale. And I'm not going to get into what all this stuff means. We have training on it. And basically it makes decisions for you that might literally take you 8 hours to figure out. And it's done because we're able to analyze all of these hotspots. We're able to know what these hotspots are doing. We're able to pull that data and aggregate it together and make a bunch of assumptions and do a bunch of math. And so if I run the intelligence, you'll see, let me close this. It's going to go ahead. It's going to give me some figures here, and it's going to give me a proximity score, and it's going to give me a density score. And so this stuff is really powerful. If you guys want to learn more about our intelligence, we go over what this stuff means, and it's inside using the Helium Track app. And so we go over Hotspot Intelligence and our area hotspot growth chart. Here's a video. We go over kind of what does all this stuff mean. You can learn about it. You don't need a pro account to learn about what is the value in some of the features we offer. And so we go over a lot of the pro features. Actually, this is a great training to go through to understand some of the value that we offer in Helium Track Pro. But literally, these are tools that not only help you save time by calculating things for you and helping you understand the strategy here, helping you understand any, if you're looking, here's an example. Here's a great way to look at this. Let's say you're moving to a new place. Let's say your cousin lives somewhere and you want to know if that's a good location to build a network, right? How do you know? Where do you start? You look at the map, you might have to poke around a bit. It's very, very difficult to understand what is happening in a region, okay, and make some assumptions quickly. And that brings me to my next tool here. And you'll notice on the right side panel here, and again, this is our free account. We don't see a pro badge here. If you want to upgrade to pro, you can do that right here. So you put up your mouse over your name, you'll be able to upgrade right there. But you'll notice we're missing something here, right? What are we missing? Let's go and take a look. And that is our KPIs, these widgets here. And it does even more figuring out for us. So in this case right now, I'm looking at Las Vegas. I'm going to disable the blue dots. I'm going to disable these. If you want to know what all these dots are about, I'll show you where that training is. Let me show you guys. Sorry, I'm bouncing around. All right, I'm all over the place today, guys. I apologize. You're going to go to our support center. You're going to go to training. You're going to go to using Helium Track, and you're going to go to, you're going to go to understanding the network map and dots. This whole training is understanding what do these dots mean? What do they do? Again, I highly recommend everyone go through this training. They're not long videos, very clear, very concise, and I explain a lot of what I'm explaining now. So coming back here, these little widgets basically analyze all this data as well and give us some really key performance indicators. If I want to know how many hotspots are in Las Vegas or within a 10-mile radius of my house, how am I going to know? I'm going to sit here and count? Well, maybe you might do that. I don't want to count. I want to be told in a second, and then I want to go and explore other regions to know if they're good areas as well. I want to know how many individual people may I be, competing with. So when we say owners, those are people, those are wallets. Okay, so there's 764 hotspots within a 10-mile radius of where I'm sitting at this very moment, and there's only 404 wallets, which means that it gives me an idea of how many people are actually involved in this versus the amount of hotspots that are there. It's also going to tell me how many HMT they've mined in a 24-hour period. So I'm going to move my mouse over here so you guys can see 24 hours. I can see within 7 days or 14 days. So I want to know what are they all earning, right? And what does that translate into dollars at this very moment? And we can see that by getting the price of HMT. And so these are some of the pro features we offer you. Not, I can't tell you how much time. I can't imagine someone doing this without Helium Track, to be honest. And these are more of the analytical features, right? And we teach this in our trainings. We explain why this stuff's important. We explain what it means. We go through it deep, more in detail. And I really try to be, give just a strong explanation on everything so that it makes sense. But our main focus is our marketing tools, right? And so with the assessments, the ability to send out unlimited assessments, we have some pro funnels that are going to be coming soon. So we have some really, really strong high-end funnels that we're going to be offering to pro only. And again, a lot of our equity is being put into pro accounts. And that's really where we want to give a lot of the value. If you're serious about building your business, if you want to use the best, most cutting edge tools, Helium Track Pro is the way to go. I use it every day. I just want to share that with you guys. So again, if you want to get Helium Track Pro, it's $39 a month or $299 a year. You can upgrade. You can either click on here, upgrade to Pro, or you can upgrade right here, and that'll get you started. Your account gets activated immediately, and you can start using these features to invite people as well.
Eric, there's a lot of people that speak other languages on our Zoom, right? A lot of them that don't speak English at all.
Sure.
And so would you show the language choices?
Yes. And I want to share with you guys, we're going to be adding about, I think 16 or 17 new languages next week. So Helium Track is multilingual. Everything is readable in the languages that you see here. So if you want to, if you speak Chinese and you want to use Helium Track in Chinese, you're absolutely more than welcome to do that. It seems like a very tough language, I must say, but it's very cool to see everything working. I mean, and even guys, I'll show you the detail of this here. I clicked on a hotspot, that's translated. I'm going to click on viewing the hotspot information. We're going to see that, I mean, it's all Chinese. So if you do speak a different language, I know that there's been a lot of requests for languages. We have everyone's requests and we're adding them. I would say by end of next week, you'll see them in here. So we didn't forget about you guys. And I'm going to switch back to English before I get lost in here. But guys, I can't tell you how much time we're putting in here for you guys. It doesn't end. I don't see an end in sight. Some of the things that I'll leak to you guys a little bit today, just because I'm in the Chuck mood. We're going to be building out. So when you come to Helium Track right now, you see your dashboard, you see the map, you see it's kind of analytical, right? You got some of the basic tools and your basic steps. We want to make this feel more like a back office, right? We want to display this in a way where when someone comes in here, they're not overwhelmed by technicalities. It's really very simple, guys. Helium is simple. iHUB's process is simple. And if I understand that it can be overwhelming. There's a lot of different things to talk about. And if I had to sum this all up in the most simple way, is you're going to follow your getting started list, right? If you follow this list, if you really just follow this list, you will find success. You will be doing everything that needs to be done to grow your network. You will be using the tools that we have built out in the ways that we intend them to be used to invite other people to iHUB. If you know 10 people, those are the 10 people you should be sending mining assessments to, or sending them to your affiliate link. Okay, that's why we built this tool here as well. Mining assessments are great and they're very powerful. And they show other people the potential that they can earn and the fact that they are eligible to receive a hotspot. But we do have that new landing page for you guys too. And so, coming back to what I was saying is that we're really focusing on making this even easier. We're focusing on making this feel like a back office, not so much more like a software, although nothing's going away here. What we're going to probably end up doing is turning the main page of Helium Track into more of a back office. And this will be more of the planning section, right? This is going to be probably your network map. So this is where it goes right now. But this is really where you analyze and you plan and you grow and you're really getting your hands dirty. But for those who are new to iHUB, and again, you got to think about the next person coming in. What does all this mean? How does it all work together? There's too many dots. I don't want to look at it. I can't keep track of them. All of these different things. And so these are the things that we're focusing on each and every day to make sure that it just gets easier and easier. We got anything else from you, Chuck?
No, I mean, there's, I guess what I wanted to say about that, and Eric, I think you already said it, is that you just got to get in there and you got to poke around, right? You got to go through the process of getting educated. You got to, I love the support center. My whole philosophy in building organizations over the last 30 plus years is just point, guide, and direct. Let people, you got to point them to the information, and and it's there, right? So this is an amazing system, but people have got to do their own educational process. They've got to go through and they've got to spend some time, and it's just not about, yes, you can make a great deal of money, and all of these things are wonderful, but how do you build an organization of 1,000 people, 10,000 people, 100,000 people? It's by having a system. The system is what really drives everything, and to have a system in multiple languages, it's just almost mind-boggling. I started, guys, in this industry prior to any cell phones, prior to any fax machines, prior to the internet. And when I talk about that and my girls are around, they go, "Dad, how old are you really?" And so all of this, and my whole thing was translators and flying 6 million miles and doing presentations in every country that you can possibly think of, and so that was my years, right? And now we've got it at our fingertips. It's just absolutely amazing to have this kind of energy and this kind of intelligence at our fingertips. One of the things that I told everybody at the beginning that I had a little surprise for you, and that was there are a lot of people that have placed orders in the CalChip system that have paid full price for their miners. And I just want to tell you that you're going to get them, right? And you're going to get them. There's a couple of hoops that we've got to jump through, because we're going to substitute our inventory of miners that we have in place of the Rack Wireless miners that you originally purchased, because Rack Wireless just is out of parts. They're so far behind. We didn't think that it was very fair for you to be sitting around waiting. And there's some people that have been waiting since April, and I hear about it all the time. And as soon as these 3,000 hotspots arrived on the dock, we had a VIP meeting, and we had our advisory council meeting, and everybody agreed that we needed to clean out that because that's the last of everything. We've got to get all of these done, all of these purchases done and out there in the field. And then, so the detail is that you're going to receive an email. Don't know if it's going to be tomorrow, but at least by Monday. And it's just a legal thing that CalChip has as requested, and that is that you're going to accept one of our miners as opposed to waiting for one of the rack miners. Now, if you want to wait, that's perfectly okay too. If you'd rather wait, that's nobody's going to twist your arm. But the rack miners, as good as they are, I don't want to say we've found a better mousetrap, but it's and I don't have one, but I've seen them and I've read all the the documentation, and it'll be sent out to you so you can go to the website and everything. It's got more storage. It's got a little, some other, every manufacturer tries to outdo the next manufacturer, right? So these are great machines. Unfortunately, we don't have any UK machines, which are a different frequency, different plug, or any EU machines or any Australian machines. But we are in the process of accumulating that so that we can do the same thing with all of those orders. And I know that everybody wants to get them, and trust me, we are fighting that battle every day on your behalf, all the time. So we're gonna clean that out. As far as the tool is concerned, I would say, and you're going to need it once you start utilizing it, and you'll start becoming, you'll become accustomed to it, right? So you definitely want to spend the $39, and really it's inexpensive, right? To run what could be a life-changing income opportunity for you, your family. We're talking about, a generational, creating generational wealth. And because once we have this network built, which, from all the experts say it'll be 3 to 5 years. I mean, we're talking about needing 3 million of these hotspots just in the US alone. And we've only got 160,000 thereabouts in the whole world, right? So we're going to need a lot more people. I know Rick is in the process. Maybe I shouldn't tell this, but he's in the process of trying to work out a purchase order for 1 million hotspots. Now, when we suck all the inventory from the manufacturers over here to iHUB Global, we will create some more enemies, right? Because they won't be able to get inventory. We're sucking up all the purchase orders that we can possibly get because we have an endless supply of money, which is a good thing. So I know there's a lot of questions up here that unfortunately we won't be able to get to them. Michael, unless you see something just absolutely, that we've got to cover.
No, I'm actually not seeing much in the way of chat. Like
I've been answering some questions. Just there was a couple decent ones, and so I'll address them, and some just to make clear. Just iHUB and Helium is not the same company. We're separate entities. Just want to make that clear. And one person asked about the mining assessments. So right now, the way that we do mining assessments and we show the potential earnings are based off of other hotspots. So if you're sending someone a mining assessment in a new area where there are no other hotspots for us to gauge the earning potential, it's very difficult to tell someone what they're going to earn. But if you were to place a hotspot by itself, there's no telling what it's going to earn, if it will earn even at all, right? It's not ideal situation placing it by itself. What we are working on is if you are planning multiple hotspots nearby, so 3, 4, that now you're starting to get somewhere, those hotspots will now be able to communicate with each other and start earning. And so we're working on a way to simulate that process. So technically, in order to, we call those 6-packs. It's a type of behavior that it's really lucrative. It's really one of the best ways to get started, is to build, your own network. So you start with your address. Let's say you're in a new area, and you have a friend who lives nearby, and you have a coworker lives over here and your doctor lives over here. And now you start building your own little network. That's a really, I mean, that's the most ideal situation. So if you are in a new area, don't get discouraged that there's no hotspots. This is your opportunity to build your own network. And that's what this is all about, is we are trying to help Helium build the people's network, and finding these new areas that don't have any coverage is what it's all about. So one of the things that we will be rolling out soon, and we should be done, we'll need another week or two on it, but to be able to simulate hotspots, meaning, so if I were to take 6 hotspots and plan them in a totally blank area on the map, and I put one here and one here and one here and one here and one in the middle, what would that look like as far as earnings, right? We can do that. So that's something that we are working on.
And Eric, I talk about that all the time. I talked about that on the training the other day. So don't let it stop you just because you don't have the ability to have a hotspot or in your home or your office. You live in a country, you live in a city, you live in, some place where, some of our, biggest growth are in countries that don't have hotspots actually being shipped in. So don't let that stop you. You can sign up. You can then, you see, you don't have to have a hotspot to earn money in our compensation plan, in our referral plan. That's the biggest part, right? But you can refer people in countries if you have those contacts, or can find those contacts. And nowadays you can find almost anything. So if you find people in Europe, you find people in the UK, you find people in Australia, New Zealand, in the United States, in Canada, where we're shipping, right? Constantly shipping, you can build a great income just by referring people in those countries. So don't let that stop you, right?
And good point, Chuck. And I know we're running out of time here, but someone did ask too, and I see the point in the suggestion, because it might make this process a little easier. They asked, why not, when someone signs up to iHUB, but have it that the next step, right? We just showed this new registration process. Why not show the next part of that to be reserve your hotspot? And it's not a bad idea. And I thought about it for a second. And the truth of the matter is, iHUB's entire growth model, okay, what we're trying to achieve here is not just for people to think that they come in and reserve a hotspot and it's time to go. That's not where the earning potential is here. The earning potential is really about growing your network. You can have one hotspot in your home and it's going to earn X amount of HNT. And there's going to be a couple that you might be able to add an antenna, and we'll have other trainings on that or whatever, this and that. But nothing compares with, being able to sign up 300 people. Okay. And believe it or not, with the compensation plan, it goes, you can earn a little bit down the way. There's so much more earning potential by referring others, guys. It's not about reserving your hotspot. That's a nice benefit. I get my free hotspot deployment. I get my device. Very nice. I'm earning a little bit. I understand. It's all about the hustle. It's all about getting in touch with everyone, using the tools that we provided to you guys, and we're going to keep delivering them. You'll see it. Okay. Last week we launched a support center. I told you we'll have the new landing pages. Here we have the new landing pages. So it's all about simply using those tools and introducing Helium and iHUB's opportunity to them. There's a lot of people these days that want to get involved with crypto. They understand that the world is evolving. It's changing. There's a lot of large institutions that are putting a lot of their equity and assets in cryptocurrency. And we all know that it's trillions of dollars in market capital, right? In cryptocurrency. This is, in my personal opinion, okay, the easiest way to get involved with mining cryptocurrency. I've mined Bitcoin. It's not easy. I've mined Ethereum, not easy. I mine Chia, which is a hard drive mining. I have a big rig. It took me months to set up. And guess what? You want to know something, guys? I have a wall here full of computers. I'll show it to you guys one day. And it looks so cool. And there's the lights and the servers are going. I have a hotspot right next to it. One little hotspot that's earning more HNT, that's earning more in cryptocurrency than the entire rig, which I'm paying hundreds of dollars a month in electricity for. I'll share that with you guys one day, just to give you kind of an understanding that It is the easiest way, and iHUB has made it. This is the unique opportunity that iHUB has went ahead. They have secured the relationships and the trusted relationships on a talking basis regularly, actively pushing these miners, getting them off the assembly lines for iHUB members exclusively. This is like a full-time thing for a lot of people at iHUB. And so this is what makes iHUB unique. Yes, we have great people. Yes, we have an amazing community. You guys, I mean, thank you. But it is simply about the fact that iHUB has uniquely positioned itself to be able to do this. No other company has done that when it comes to helium or anything else. That's why we're seeing this explosive growth. That's why it is a special and unique opportunity that you should take advantage of now. And again, this is still the beginning, guys. There's a lot of things, and we're always going to be looking for new opportunities that we can deliver to you guys, whether it's through helium or other types of crypto opportunities. We're going to be this is our mission, is to be able to bring you this first, because that's all we do. All right. So thank you.
Yeah. So Eric, great job doing everything. And guys, I would just encourage you to go through the system, go through the support center, look at everything, play with everything, do your own virtual mining assessments, put in some other people that you know and do mining assessments on them, and really learn the system, right? So nothing is nothing is very difficult. I mean, if somebody who started when we wrote on tablets and had to pound them out on tablets on stone, if I can learn it, then anybody can do it. So I'm just a lot older than I look. But hey, we're also talking about a live event, and we're kind of live, but also broadcasting it globally in multiple languages. I know we just secured an awesome system in order to be able to do that, and that system is in Las Vegas at a very good friend of mine at his facility. So we're going to do that. We're working on a date that works for everybody. So I'll let that go until Rick and the rest of the guys finish up with it. But sometime latter part of of October, early November, somewhere in there. So stay tuned for all of that. We'll get this recording up and it'll be loaded into the Helium Track back office. And, one of the things, Eric, that I was seeing in the chat is that several countries have restricted Vimo, right? And they don't let it operate, and they asked us if we could. And so I didn't know if that.
Vimeo?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. Okay, we can use another video stream, a video platform.
Yeah, so I didn't know if they. So I've asked them, if they went over to the Vimeo platform, if they couldn't get there, but if they could watch it off of Helium Track. So I don't know.
Okay, well, listen, as you guys know, we do pretty much anything for you guys, so it won't be a problem.
Yeah, and we can always load them up in the YouTube. I mean, if you can, so
sure.
Six of one and a half does the other.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So, hey guys, we appreciate everybody, the 1,000 people that stuck with us and listened to everything, because it's all about an education. I know some people say, well, I don't have time for it. Well, that's what, I mean, if you think that this is your way out, right? I mean, I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks in Chicago, and I had to work myself out of my position, right? And luckily, I did it by owning businesses, and then luckily found my way into network marketing which I've earned millions and millions of dollars with, but I learned how to build organizations all over the globe. And it was very, very simple. And it's what we're utilizing here. And it's just the activity of, and we've made it so simple now, of being able to sign up for free, and now even getting miners for free. And we're going to talk about all of that in the upcoming weeks as we move forward. So with that, Eric, great job getting everything done. And
Thank you. We'll have more to share on the next webinar.
Yeah, and on the next one for sure. So, hey guys, so next big event is on Monday night, 9 p.m. on this very same channel. Then on Tuesday, we do a training. Again, Michael and I do a training, and we dive into different areas that people are interested about. We've done antennas, we've done comp plans, we've done all kinds of things. And so you want to definitely be there. And then Wednesday afternoon, 5 p.m. East Coast time, it's our only afternoon Zoom on Wednesday. And we're starting to add a whole lot of people onto that, especially Europe and so on and so forth. And then back on Thursday, we do this Zoom again. So with that, God bless everybody. Stay safe. And this has kept me out of airports. So this has been a good thing. So Eric, thank you very much, buddy. And we'll get the video uploaded so everybody can watch it.
Thank you all.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Wherever in the world you happen to be. Thanks, Michael.